How's it going, guys? Today we're going to be working on this Polaroid plasma TV. It's a FLM323B. You'll remove this back panel here, which just has a large screw on the bottom of it. That just comes off, and then it'll have a metal plate which will look like that. Just some screws, and then you'll have you'll be looking at something like this. This is your power board here, your power supply. And what happens with these TVs whenever you're not getting a picture or any power going to it, you've got a component. I have it removed right now, but as you see, this little red one and this little diode here, you'll have another little diode there at the location is D9. You can see this transformer here in your heat sink. It'll be up at the top of your board at your heat sink, and then you come down and you'll see this little box area here, and you'll have a diode below it, and then one right in the middle there, and it's a D9, and it's a faulty component, and it's normally the one that goes out. You can pick it up at Radio Shack. It comes in packages of 3. It's a rectifier diode. The part number is 276-1114, and just solder your new one in. Remember how you took it out in the placement of it, because it'll have a positive and negative side. The rectifier acts as just like a water valve, and just works one way, and that's where it'll be on your board. Whenever you pull your board off, you'll have this top clip with some wires on it that'll just pull right out. Take your time and be easy, don't jerk on the wires. Then you'll have a plug here on the bottom, and you'll have 4 screws holding it in that'll be in each corner. And this one will have a grounding wire to it. Here's where your plug is on the bottom, and these are the wires that you'll have hanging off after you remove them. You can just pull them down to the side, and to best find out where the diode is, because it's kind of hard to like use a ruler because of this heat sink around it, this metal bracket. If you don't know what a heat sink is, you can take you a piece of solder or a piece of wire and just bend it, mark a spot on the board, like you can see that blue on the edge of the board. Mark a spot on the board for a point of reference for one end. See, I have it marked right there. And whenever you flip your board over, which you'll bend the wire like a hairpin, and just open it up like you would be using a compass. If you have a compass, you can use a compass too, and just bend it till you find it's on this point here and on this point here, and you can flip your board over, use your point of reference, and your bend will set you up to these points here, and then you'll know what part to desolder, because as you can see, it's pretty populated, and it's really hard to find out unless you know exactly where it's at, you know which one to desolder. The best way to desolder is to take your iron, your soldering iron, and you can use some flux. Put some flux on it. Add some extra solder. This is what I use, and it's rosin core solder, and it's 0.7. I'll let you see what size it is. It just comes in this tube, and you can just pull it out. It's spiraled up in that tube, and add a little solder to your contact points. What this does is allow the old solder to be more malleable. It doesn't take so much heat to bring it to its melting point. And take your solder gun, put it on there. Use a little bit of desoldering braid, and it'll just suck the solder right out of there. Desoldering braid, you can pick this up at Radio Shack too, or get a solder sucker, which you'll just use the plunger, push down like that, heat up your solder till it puddles. Whenever it puddles up, you just engage this button here, and it'll suck the solder up in there. And it takes some practice using this one. If you're not very good, if you haven't had much practice soldering, I would suggest a solder wick or solder braid. Well guys, I'll make another video whenever I get it up and going. I just wanted y'all to know, how to locate it. Like, there's just 4 screws to take out the board, and the external plate, you'll see it just have a big screw here at the bottom, and then another metal plate in there that'll just raise up and pull right out. And I'll make another video with me and my partner. Peace out from Texas, guys. Good luck.